Nah, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Close that. Close that. Do. Channel. Oh, testing. Okay, that's working. Oops. Turn that down. Now let's move that over. So that's more visible there. That's basically perfect. See if anybody pops in here. Give it a minute and then start working. I know Dan's on live tonight, so I don't know how many people I'll get over here, but actually I can pop his up at the same time. Let's see what he's up to. Oh, he's doing the I'll give him a like. Oh, that turned out really nice. I like that. I'll just leave him on the background there. Hey, what's up, Grumpy Cat? Good evening. I'm gonna be playing an inventor tonight. Trying to design something. Or not inventor, but Fusion 360, and try to make something happen with this particular set of boxes here, essentially. So I need to right now bring in. Whoops, undo that. I don't want that. I need to bring that in here. There we go. Cool. So I want to move that over here and rotate it. Actually, I'll leave it in that configuration. Is my laser done? It is. I gotta do that real quick. Sorry. I'm gonna swap stuff out on the laser here. I'm gonna be up late tonight doing stuff on the laser. I'm gonna get a bunch of this order done. Ultimately, I'm hoping to get 1,000 of these cards produced. We'll see what I actually get done, or what gets sold, needed, whatever. Oh shit! I just moved that. I did not mean to do that. Oh damn it! Shoot! I hope I didn't just screw that up. I have to run the other file real quick, or other part of the file real quick. So let's touch touching there, and that's touching there. Should be in the right spot. I hope so. Oh, I hate it when I do stuff like that. I just kind of screwed something up. Sort of. I don't want to output that, but I do want to output that. Let's see what happens here. Alright, I seem to. Maybe I'm off just a little bit. No, I am off a little bit. Okay, I'm going to stop that file. I can flip that over and create a new one. I hate it when I do that. Oi. Oh, 30 people. Holy crap. Say hello, everybody. I got a lot of people on here. So I'm trying to fix something on my laser real quick because I screwed up. Thought I had this match marked and I didn't. So I'm going to lift that out. Flip that over. Okay, that's fine. I might need to. We'll see if that works. Okay. I'm going to run that file again real quick. So, what's everybody up to tonight? I'll show you what I'm up to in just a minute here. Let me run this file real quick. Check the chat. So they got 10 people on here. Only Grumpy Cat said hello. I don't know who I'm talking to. Maybe just talking to the ether. I don't know. But what I'm working on tonight is some stuff in Fusion. Where's my Fusion tab? There we go. So I'm going to just put that there for now. Should be able to move that freely. I can. Okay. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to lower this down. And then get these lined up. So this I need to move. Actually, what I can do is I can add a constraint to that. Constrain components. Okay, so I want to actually constrain that corner to that. Those edges right there. Okay. And this right here, I should be able to move it left to right. Okay. Are those lined up now? Almost. So another constraint I can do, whoops. I can constrain this face to this face, I think. Yeah, there we go. Cool. It's doing what I want it to do. Awesome. So far, so good. Let me throw these cards back on the thing. And this time I'm actually going to match mark them because I don't want to run into that problem again. That's silly of me. knew that was going to happen eventually, though. I just don't want to have to waste another piece of wood creating another template. I have this perfectly good template right here. And yeah, so I'm doing multiple things at the same time. I'm trying to multitask. Make the most of my time. Almost ready to go with the laser. Anybody out there has a diode or rather a CO2 laser? This is a good way to make some spending money. Is making custom business cards for people. I can show you that process if you like. Um, let me mark this before I run into this problem again. Don't want to run into this problem again. All right, there we go. That should work. All right, time to start this file. Hey, what's up, soldier? How's it going tonight? I got a bunch of different things going on tonight. Output. Oh, shoot. Oh, I left that open. I'm smart sometimes, and sometimes I'm really dumb. All right, that's the back side, and go. Hopefully no issues with the laser head hitting it. Looks like it'll be fine. Cool. We're good to go. All right, so I'll let that run for the next hour and some change. And back to Fusion. So, if you have watched this channel at all, I should be able to rotate that downwards. Why won't it let me rotate that downwards? I might have to get rid of that other constraint. Maybe that's why. I don't know. We'll see. But this is the beginnings of the major prop I'm building for next marching band season. I just want to prove that it works. How much under the weather? What are the 6th grade hooligans? Yeah, I hear that. I know what that's like. Thankfully, my kids are they're almost all graduated at this point. They don't bring home the ick like that anymore. But I rarely get sick anyway. I'm gonna bring in this piece. So good. I need to move that 155, probably 156 inches. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Sweet. So now I need to copy this hole and put it over here. Actually, I need to turn off that. Does that have a hole in it as well? Or did I actually... I built a piece. Okay. So that went into the hole. All right. So I need to copy that hole. So let's turn that back on. Let's... oops. I want to look at that sketch. So... sketches. Sketch 1, sketch 2. Let's look at sketch 2. I'm going to have to turn this around to see that sketch. Yeah, okay, so I have to turn off this vertical so I can see this. Still won't let me see it. How do I... How's it locked? I should be able to open up the sketch. Let's sketch onto that. Capture some capture position. Okay. So this hole, I believe, is an inch in diameter. Don't get sick of the scratched throat and barometric pressure headache. Oh, nice. That sounds like fun. So I don't know if any of you guys that might be on here play with Fusion or Inventor. I guess Tinkercad would probably be similar too. There's some other software out there. I like Inventor. I got really decent with it, and then Autodesk decided to kind of get rid of it and just focus on Fusion. So that part's kind of annoying. But they're starting to bring in most of the functionality that Inventor had. So that is a 1-inch hole. Okay. That's a 1-inch hole that is from that center to there. No. Okay, so 3 inches there, and I think it's 3 inches the other way too. So that center to there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, 3 inches. Okay, so it's 3 inches, 3 inches. That's a 1-inch hole. So I have to do that to I'll finish that sketch. So let's get rid of this vertical beam for now. Let's hide that. And let us sketch onto this beam. I need a hole. So what's cool is, so I need to put this hole, this has to be a 1-inch hole, right? So I can just start drawing a circle anywhere, it doesn't matter where. Give it a 1-inch diameter, right? Cool. Now what I can do is I can tell it that I want the dimensions of it to be from this edge to the center of the hole, 3 inches. And then from this edge to the center of the hole, I want that to be 3 inches. And boop, puts it exactly where I need it to be. Finish that sketch. Now all I have to do is extrude that hole the other direction. I can just drag that. Oh no, that made a new body. That's not what I wanted. Undo that. See, an Inventor would be smart and it would know that. So I want this to be a hole. I want it to be hole type. Sure. So we're going to go boop. No target body found to cut or enter. What are you talking about? Okay, that's not working. I selected that. Create a hole. No target. Oh, because it's not a body, it's a component right now. All right, so we're just going to extrude that. So we're going to go operation cut. There we go. So we're going to cut that hole. No target body found. What do you mean there's no target body found? That's the target body found. What is going on? Why did it not like that? So I'm trying to create kind of a generic or a basic version of a prop I'm going to build next year with constraints on it um, to make it move and do what I want it to do. So right now, oops, why am I? There we go. Right now I can move these pieces, but oh, I see why. Because I need to delete that. I need to delete that right there. Okay, we're going to delete that. I was not on the right body. That's why I had the wrong body selected. Why did it do that? Okay. So why is that selected right now? Huh. All right, so I'm going to hide that. What is going on here? I'm going to get rid of this sketch. Ah, there we go. Okay. I see what happened there. So now I'm going to create a sketch. Capture position. Okay. I'm going to create a sketch on there. No, it still thinks I'm trying to sketch that. Why is that? I don't want to see that. I'm not sure where that came from, but let's try this again. So I'm going to create a circle. That's 1 inch. Dimension it so that it is 3 inches from the side and 3 inches from the top. Okay, finish sketch. Now let's see if it'll do what I want it to do. Did it actually put that sketch where I told it to put it on the right body? We shall see. So I'm going to extrude that direction as not a new body. I want it to cut. No target body to found. What the fuck is going on here? Okay, let's get rid of that sketch. Delete that sketch. I'm going to select this thing. Right click, properties. It's a body. Why isn't it working? Okay, that's annoying. What I might need to do is open up this by itself. Okay. Now I should be able to sketch onto that. A circle. Let's try this one more time. Let's see if this works. Dimension it appropriately. Finish that. Extrude that direction as a cut. Okay. All right. That time it worked. Now, if I save that, what it should do, it didn't update that piece. Why didn't it update that? One reference out of date. Update reference from browser using get latest or update reference in the application bar using get all latest. Okay. So there we go. Okay, so it updated it now. Cool. Now I need to, this guy right here, I need to copy that. Copy that. Where the hell's my move copy? Copy. Nope. Undo. Move copy. Create a copy. Here we go. Okay. So body 2. Okay, that's the one I want. That one, I'm going to move that. Oh, does it have the same constraints on it? It does. Okay. So, actually, let's hide body 1. Maybe we can move that one. No, well, let me move it. Okay, it's constrained. It has the same constraints on it. So let's undo that. Undo that. Okay. I'm going to turn everything back on. Oops. I want to see everything. And I don't remember how I made that body, but I'll figure it out. How did I do that? I got to think about this for a moment. I mean, all it is just a cylinder. That's easy enough to make, but that's not. I can turn the light on and make it more visible. Does that go all the way through? It does not. If I hide that and hide that. Come on. There we go. Let's hide that body. Okay. Ooh, so how did I put that where it is? I think I guessed where it's at. That's not cool. So I'm going to have to figure out the dimensions of that. No, I don't. I know exactly how to do it. Okay. But properties. No, cancel that. Properties. Area, volume. Center of mass. It doesn't tell me the length. Okay, never mind. Shoot. Well, that's part of that. So I need. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Okay. Watch, we do it like this. It's just going through that hole. So, I need to create a body, which is under. I can do it this way. Start a sketch on this plane. Okay. We'll make a 1-inch circle. Finish that. Then I'm going to extrude that circle. Oh, actually, you know what? Damn it. Oh, this is not what I want. Damn it. How did I do this? Guess I can look at my timeline and see how I did it there. Because if I try to create from a sketch on here. I think they're just going to join the two bodies together. I don't think it's, well, and I don't know how to project it. Construct. I don't know if there's projection on in Fusion 360. It's got to be somewhere. I just don't know where it is. All right, so let's try it this way. We're going to sketch on here. We're going to do a circle, 1 inch. Finish that. With that selected, we're going to extrude that. $18 inches, okay. New body. Okay. Cool, it worked. Now if I grab that, whoops. Should be able to move that. Body 3. Let's try to move it. Yep, okay, it'll move. All right. So now I have to figure out how to constrain it. So I need to hide this one. Hide that. I need to bring in this. So I need to now constrain that face. So constrain components. That to that. Okay, so those are constrained. Or should I have done a joint? Ooh, I can't remember. All right, let's bring back in this. And we're going to add a joint. Oh, let's see here. Component 1 is going to be this. Component 2 is this. Nope, not what I wanted. So I want to do shoot. Motion, revolute. There we go. Okay. Why won't that now move? This is interesting. Okay. Turn that back on. It won't let me move that. Move. I've got too many constraints. What is going on? Okay. It won't let me move it. Son of a gun. No, it won't let me do it. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. This is interesting. Compute failed. I have too many constraints. Okay. So delete that constraint. Okay, that'll move. So instead of a revolute, maybe I need to constrain the side of the tube to the inside of the tube. Let's try that. So let's add a constraint. Let's hide that. If I constrain, why won't it let me select it? Select geometry on a component to constrain it. Okay, we'll cancel that. Let's get rid of that constraint. So now we can hide this again. Let's try to add this constraint. Okay. It won't do it. I got that one to work. So that's a joint where it's revolute. I can move that. Let's undo that. That's movable. This here, I can't move because it's constrained to that. So let's get rid of that constraint. Nope, I haven't constrained it yet. But why can't I move it? Not sure why I can't move it. Why won't it move? I don't know why it won't move. Don't know what's going on. You're not in a part, you're in assembly mode. Oh. Am I? Oh, I am in assembly. Well, yeah, I know I'm in assembly. But that's because I'm trying to add these parts in here. Okay. What I want it to do is I want this piece here to be able to slide that way. When this rotates up and the other beam that's attached to it is going to be a hinge. Let's see if it'll let me. Okay. So they're hinged there. But I need this to slide over because their pin is there. As that moves up, it folds into itself. That's what I'm trying to do. If you're still there, Seabass, and I hope you are because you seem to know what you're talking about. Sorry, it didn't auto scroll the comments, so if you're not there anymore, that's my bad. I wasn't ignoring you. They're not in a partner somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I'm the only person on here right now. Okay, that's cool. Hey, there's another person here. Shoot, hopefully someone that shows up knows Fusion or Inventor better than I do. I'm learning as I go along. So this part here, that can move. I haven't constrained that to anything. That won't move though, that body, and I don't know why. Maybe maybe if I constrain that face to that face, see what happens when I do that. Let's go ahead and constrain that face and that face. Didn't give me an error. What happens when I move this? Okay. But no, it needs to be a joint, not a constraint. So I don't need that constraint there. Let's build a joint. That to that. Why doesn't it like that? Why doesn't it like that? Between two faces. Okay. So let's cancel that. Let's start a new joint. Creates a joint origin that is centered between two selected faces. No. A face, edge, or point to position components. That's what I want. So I want that edge or that face and I want that face. I didn't necessarily want that point though. Let's go with that there. No, okay, I see what it did. So let's deselect that. Go with oh, it's snapping. And this instead would be no, why did it snap to that? I don't want to snap it to that. Just the face. But it doesn't like that. It has to snap it to a point. It's annoying. It's really, really annoying. How do I fix that? How do I make this work? Damn it. This is the hardest part is knowing what I want to do, but then being able to tell the computer what to do. It's the hardest part about this. Son of a gun. All right, we'll figure this out. So this still moves, but not exactly like I want it to. Constrain that corner and that corner, maybe? No. Damn it. How is this going to work? Don't get it. Don't get it at all. I'm not understanding why this is not working the way I want it to. Hmm. Ah. The real fun is going to be copying this again. What is going on? Hmm. How do I make this work? I had to watch some YouTube videos on this. On how to add constraints properly. Don't want to add a constraint. I want to add a joint. I just don't know how I did it before. A line constraint between steel beam. Okay, so let's try that. Constrain. Type. Align constrain. Yeah. So between this, this. Okay. So I did that alignment constraint. Then a joint. Revolute. Edit joint. Between that. What's the other thing I selected? I selected that face. The inside of that hole. All right, let's try that. So let's create a joint. Motion. Revolute. Okay. between that and that. That doesn't allow me to do that. It doesn't allow me to move that. Hmm. It's doing it. Let's undo that joint. Now let's try. Okay, let's try doing a joint between that face and that face. And it won't let me do it. There we go. Why won't it let me do it? God, this is so annoying sometimes. That. Same spot on the other piece. That. Motion. I don't want revolute. I want slider. Yes. Okay. Slide y-axis. Nope. X-axis. Nope. It's definitely the z-axis. Okay. Z offset. 86 inches. Nope, that's not right. Shit. What's the distance between those two? Nope. Nope. Almost. There we go. 138 inches. Okay. So that can go that way. So let's undo that. Undo that. If I move that, okay. So undo, undo. I'm gonna figure this out. I promise. Um, so I need to join that face and that face. So I need to project geometry. That's what I need to do. Sketch on here. Nope, doesn't let me. Oh, projected geometry is right there. Yeah, I want snap. Maybe that did it? And then if I sketch onto this, projected geometry, nope. Cancel that. Why is it not projecting the geometry I want? Maybe that'll work. Oh, actually, you know what? I need to undo that. I think if I do it this way, sketch onto here. I want to make a circle. It's 1 inch. Finish that sketch. And then turn this on back on and turn this off. Sketch onto this. The projected geometry. Because this is what I care about, is this circle. Nope. And so let's turn this body off. No, not that body. This body. Let's turn that off. Okay, now let's sketch this. And so, okay, I don't know why that didn't work that time. It worked on the other one, but it didn't work on this one. Let's see here. I'm gonna figure this out. I promise. I'm talking to nobody. I'm talking to myself, but that's okay. I'm here for the long haul tonight. Just kind of chilling like a villain, doing my thing. I am trying to figure this out. We're gonna get this figured out. I promise. So I want to sketch onto this a motherfucking circle. I want to do it. It did it on the other one, but not on this one. God dang it. So let's do this then. Let's try going A joint. No. A constraint. Geometry 1. It's not there. So let's see if I put in this guy. Turn off this. Nope. Nope. I don't want that. Let's turn that body off. Oh. Nope. There's too many constraints. Hmm. Why doesn't that move? I'm going to create a new component. Let me do it that way. Okay. So I'm going to create a new component. Hey, what's up, Mike? I am getting my ass kicked by Fusion right now. It's really, really annoying me. I'd be able to do this in Inventor a lot easier. Fusion is missing some stuff. Or at least it doesn't work how Inventor did. It's getting closer, but it's not quite there. This is really annoying the fuck out of me right now. God, it pisses me off. What I'm trying to do, or if I look at it like you just asked me what the color 7 smells like. Yeah, well, Fusion it's pretty awesome software, honestly. So this is going to be the prop for next year. Let me turn this other body back on. So if you can imagine, these are steel beams, vertical beams. Oops, let's move the camera. 2 vertical beams and 2 horizontal beams. Kids will be sitting on these horizontal beams. This is going to replicate the famous photograph. Iconic photograph. There we go. This one right here. So this is what I'm trying to essentially replicate. Yep. So that's the vibe I'm going for. You get it. So in one scene or one part of the show, have kids sitting on that, and then what I want to do is have this move towards this one, and this piece here is going to fold up. Well, both of them will fold. It'll be hinged. Come on, Fucking move the damn thing. There we go. So for one, this one's just staying perfectly vertical there. I don't know why. Or horizontal. I'm trying to get this piece to attach to this piece like it's supposed to be. And everything moves so I can animate this. That's what I'm trying to do. And what'll happen is, once that does get folded up into place, the whole thing will rotate, and on the back side, once this looks right, this is going to be the Empire. There'll be another face piece on here. It's going to be the Empire State Building. So if you can imagine, whoop, shit. You can imagine if this were folded down properly, it's going to look like the Empire State Building. Inside of one of these is going to be a pole that can be slid up to be the antenna on top of the Empire State Building. One of the electronic things I want to do is on the faces of the Empire State Building is to have the windows and be able to do lights in the windows and do different displays. So kind of like they do sometimes in New York City with the Empire State Building. I think that'd be really, really cool. Have some really bright LEDs behind semi-opaque plastic and have it light up and make some cool stuff. So one side is the beams, the one side is the Empire State. God damn it. Why is it not fucking move? Holy shit. There we go. Yeah, one side is the Empire State Building, and then on this face of it, there's also going to be oh shit. Do I have that right? Yes, I do. So, oh damn it, I didn't think about that. Because what I want to do, I need to make this hinged as well. So this folds down and the other one folds down. Actually, there'll have to be a false face on it. So it folds down and no, because the backside is a bridge. That's what it is. So this face is the Empire State Building. Damn it. I got to think about that. Anyway, but I was going to have two sides fold down. It was going to turn into the Brooklyn Bridge with one of the main support pieces in the center of the Brooklyn Bridge. That's the general idea. Although we might turn one side instead of the Empire State Building, it might be the Eiffel Tower. I don't know. I don't exactly know what the themes are going to be yet. But I'm trying to work it out digitally here before I build a model of it to see if it'll work. Yeah, go ahead. Feel free to contribute. I-beam has an upper and lower flange. Upper and lower flange. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Paint on the Empire State on one flange, the bridge on the other. Okay, I think I see what you're saying there. Ooh, actually, what I can do. What I can do, now that I think about it. So if the back side were the Empire State Building, right? So the same face piece back here, when it rotates around, could rotate it back around to the front. Excuse me. And have these pieces here, since this won't have any electronics built into it, attached by magnets. So I have an additional piece here attached by magnets that can be flipped over No, maybe that's too much. I don't know. So I-beam consists of three pieces: the vertical, which is called the web, cool, and the two perpendicular called the flanges. Okay. I'm following so far. When I think flange, I think connecting a pipe or a hose to a pipe or two pipes together. Somebody put the kids would be sitting in the picture of the Empire State Building. Yeah. So, well, yes, I see what you're saying. So when the reason I have this hinged as I do is this would be the top floors of the Empire State Building up here, and the backside equivalent piece here would be the main floors of the Empire State Building. But I see what you're saying. Oh, if I, God damn it, this still doesn't. Oh my fucking head. Cancel. I don't want to delete that. Grab that and fucking move it. There we go. Are you saying on this face? So when this moves up, one of the sides, that becomes the Empire State Building? Is that what you're saying? Bridge will be painted on the. Look at it from top down. Okay. Yeah. So I think we're saying the same thing. Come on, select this fucking thing. God damn it. Steel beam vertical. There we go. So yeah, if I were looking at it from the top, that would be the Empire State Building. I see what you're saying now. So when it lifts up, then it rotates 90 degrees, and now I have the Empire State Building. I think that's what you're saying. That might be the simpler solution. The bridge, then the opposite. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna have to play with this a lot. Reveals a bridge instead of beam of the building. Okay. Yeah, I might actually just build this model instead of messing with it in 3D. I might just build a model with some birch plywood and dowels. I was really trying to do it in 3D so I could get some dimensions and know exactly where the pivot points would have to be and everything. That was really what I was trying to do. But it's not doing what I wanted to do as far as constraining these pieces together over here and getting this one to be able to rotate the way I want it to. Let me edit this constraint. Nope, not that constraint. That's a slider. It's not. I don't know what that. But I see the whole thing in my head. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing with this in my head too. The only thing I don't have in my head is the positions of this pin right here, and like I actually kind of lucked. I got it by accident to where that rotated, and it would give me the look of the Empire State Building that I wanted. So that was completely by accident right there. But I can do that if I rotate it 90 degrees. I can do it there. Yeah, I'm going to mess with that some more. I'm just so frustrated because it's not doing what I want. I can do it. I know I can do it in Inventor, but I don't think I can get. Well, I might be able to get Inventor, but Fusion, like they've kind of gotten rid of their support of Inventor, and they're pushing everything to Fusion because that's what they see as the future. Is Fusion. What it really is that they can keep tabs on what you're doing. I had a hobbyist license for Fusion, and then they learned that I was making 3D models that I was 3D printing and selling my 3D prints, and then they deleted all my files. I was so pissed. I had probably 100 hours worth of work into stuff, and they just deleted it. So pissed. Hey, what's up, Darren? Welcome. Yep, building a transformer, essentially. I wish I had that dude's freaking brain. I forget his name, the guy that invented the Transformers and kind of the GoBots. I watched a documentary on it on Netflix, I think. Really, oh, it was the Toys That Made Us, actually. Really interesting stuff. But the way his brain worked was just incredible. Huh. Yeah, this is it is what's going to happen is I'm going to be on my way to middle of nowhere, Virginia tomorrow to go pick up these Christmas wreaths, and it's going to come to me like, oh, this is what I should have done. But that's fine. When I get home, I'll then mess around with it. I thought I put a max on there. Max distance. I guess I didn't. Okay. Still gonna mess with that. Yeah, I've got. I'll figure it out. But I think I'm gonna try to build a scale model and prove it works and does what I want it to do. I've got a bunch of sketches. Like I've got the basic idea down on paper. I'll go from there. Okay, no problem. Know a little about Transformers? Yeah. So I mean, that's essentially what this is. This is going to be a prop for a marching band next year, if I can get it to work right. Oh my freaking head! This stupid thing. I have to actually select this and then be able to move it. This piece up here is not supposed to be. It's supposed to fold in, and then this attached to it as well and fold in. So this piece right here is supposed to be rotated down. The constraints I'm using just aren't doing what I want them to do right now. But that's okay. I will figure it out. But thanks for stopping by, Darren. You must watch Mike's channel a lot. He's helped me a lot with a lot of different projects. He's got a pretty good breadth of knowledge of a lot of different things. Apparently, Fusion is not one of them. But it's cool. I will figure it out. I've messed with Fusion for quite a while. Inventor even longer. AutoCAD longer than that. I wish I was actually still in my engineering class I took where I learned Inventor. because then I could get my professor to help me figure out what I'm doing wrong. I don't have his contact information anymore. He's a really cool guy. But that was, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago? That was a long time ago. Ooh, the laser's done. I gotta swap some stuff out. So while I'm doing that, I'm also on the laser creating basically business cards, discount cards for the marching band. It's a fundraiser we do every year. We get local businesses to offer discounts, and the band was paying almost $1.50 per card from this other company. I said, you know what? I can do it, and I can do it better. So I got these it's hard to see, but these aluminum business card blanks, and then just engrave the businesses on there. We got 20 something on each card. Good use of the laser, though. That's for sure. It's just really, it's a slow process, very slow process. It takes me about an hour per side on 21 of these. 21 at a time is what I can do. I've just finished up my first 200. Got another 800 to go, or more, I hope. We'll see. But I can charge the band a lot less than what this other company was charging for plastic ones, and kind of helps us stand out because there's another local band, another rival school that decided to copy us, and I don't know how many they got on their card, but we maxed out. We got a lot of businesses. We actually had one or two businesses probably that got left out because they didn't get us the information in time. Maybe next year we can I can figure out how to fit more onto this thing. Actually, I know how I can do it. I'll work that design out. Make it a really good value for the people that buy these, which is hopefully a lot. The thing I really got to try to do is get these to the businesses themselves so they can have them on display and sell them to customers. I'll try to do that. So I got to design a card holder, business card holder, and get that cut out and assembled and try that out in a few different these local businesses. So I know I got the camera just pointed at my computer screen at the moment. I'm just over at the laser laying these things out on the template I designed. Didn't feel like moving the camera over. It's not all that exciting. But yeah. Try to get at least another 21 of these done tonight before I go to bed. And maybe run a set while I'm sleeping, which is a little dangerous to do, but what's life without a little danger? How big of laser you need to do those? Oh, so I've got a CO2. I don't know if it'll work with a diode laser. I'll show you my laser. Hold on. So it's not very big. It's only 20 by 12 inches is the bed size. Let's see if we can see this thing going to work. And I've almost maximized the full use of it. I could actually get another 6 going, at the same time. I have a full 27, but I was dumb when I designed the file, and I didn't feel like redoing it. Um, but it's not a very big laser. It's only a 50-watt laser. I think a diode will do uh, these aluminum cards, but I'm not 100% sure on that. When I had a diode laser, I never tried it. And eventually, I'll upgrade to a bigger laser where I can do more and do it faster. And I really like a fiber laser. I just don't have an extra 10 grand kicking around to buy myself a fiber laser right now. But good question though. Do you have a laser yourself? Because I'll tell you what, making business cards for people is actually it's easy to do. And shoot, I get those blanks at about 6 cents a piece. I think is what I pay. And I did run a 50 business cards or so, and I charged him $1.50 per card, and he was happy to pay it. Um, so that was $75. I think he actually paid me $100. I think he paid me $2 a card. But on the Amazon, which I need to order some more. Oh, Bills versus Texans. What's going on there? I'm curious. Wow, 6-3. Thursday night football sucks. Let's see here. Orders. Card. I need to order more of those. So this Patikill. You have them all different colors. I like the real thin ones, the 0.21 millimeter. Um, ooh, the price went down. That's good. Hold on, let me not dox some stuff. Just getting started, 2.5. So a 2.5 watt probably won't do it. Has air assist and chamber, so get good quality. It's just slow. Yeah, that the diodes are slow, but I'll tell you what, it's a good way to start. Do you have light burn? Not yet. Oh, Laser Gerbil. Yeah, Laser Gerbil is terrible. So I'll tell you that I started the same way. I had a 5 watt laser, a little diode laser. Um, oh, actually, I made this thing on this laser. I upgraded the diode to a 10 watt, and that helped. Actually, let me go back to Amazon here. I'll show you. Can I get that a little closer? I think I can. There we go. Cool. Still 6-3. All right. Let's see. Diode laser. want just the laser, not whole assembly. Module. There we go. A 10 watt for 140. That's really expensive. Maybe it wasn't Amazon. I could have swore it was Amazon where I bought it. There we go. No, that's not right. But search around, you can find some deals on dial laser modules. I think I picked one up for like 40 or 50 bucks. So I upgraded from a 5 to a 10 watt. It was plug and play. Unplugged the one I had, plugged the one I had in, mounted it, and I was able to do a lot more with the 10 watt. But just do a little research, and you can upgrade that and really do a lot more with it. You won't be able to cut very well, and that's just because that 10 watts is. You might be able to get through with 3 passes. You might be able to get through 1/8 inch birch plywood, but that'd be a little rough. Basswood you'd be able to do. Something that's solid. Solid's actually easier than plywood. But once you kind of get used to it, actually the biggest upgrade you can make, besides the laser head, is get rid of laser gerbil, spend the 50 bucks or whatever it is on Lightburn. This software is absolutely incredible. Not only can you set it up to your dimensions for your laser, you could have a bunch of different lasers attached to it, and you just choose which machine you're using. You got 32 different layers. So you, like right now, I'm doing this layer on these cards. Well, I can always turn that layer off, turn the next layer on. When I flip it over, everything's aligned, it's all ready to go. But what's really good with it is I can insert, let's say I get a picture, this trumpet right here, right? This is something I did the other night. So I can take this picture that I grabbed off the internet, just a JPEG, and I can trace it. Great tracing software. It's really, really powerful when it comes to stuff like that. So if you wanted to engrave an image, really easy to do, or you wanted to cut that out or whatever, something that's really, really easy to do. And then you can take that, export it as an SVG or whatever, and it's really, really good stuff. So I definitely recommend upgrading from laser gerbil to Lightburn. It's a huge, huge upgrade that you'll thank me later for it. The learning curve on it isn't too steep. It's not too crazy of software. The license, that $50 buys you 1 year of updates. After that, you don't have to re-up. The software will still work. You just won't get the updates unless you pay for another license. And I pay for it every year. They've made a really good bit of software, and I support them. So I've been using Lightburn for 3 or 4 years now. and I've got my money's worth out of it. And definitely, if you upgrade to a CO2 laser at some point, you're definitely going to want light burn. So just something to consider. It's really good software, and you can do a lot with it. Now, it does have its quirks, like any bit of software does, but yeah, it's good stuff. All right, I'm gonna roll back to this. Good. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna save this for now, and I think I'll be done with that for tonight. That's really annoying me. That it didn't work the way I wanted it to. Um, I will be right back. I'm gonna go put my kids to bed. So, a moment, please. Let me go to here. Go to here. Be right back. Uh, so as far as paying projects, you know what I would recommend. I'm back. Yay. Hopefully you're still here, Darren. Um, Actually, let me go back to those. right there. I don't know if this says this will work. Laser engraving, coating double-sided. So let's do a quick search. We'll coated aluminum engraved with a diode. Yes, coated aluminum can be engraved with a diode. So there you go. Anodized aluminum. So that'll work, right? That's if you're looking to make a few dollars, something to look into is maybe ordering some cards like that, and then seeing if you can advertise making business cards. Another thing that's really popular that I've done is dog tags. So I don't know where you're located. But engraved aluminum dog tags is a really good way to make a few bucks. I've done all mine locally. So on Facebook Marketplace and whatnot, but they're on my Etsy as well. Haven't got any hits on the Etsy. But what it's really good for is sports teams, corporate events. I got the idea from the marching band. It's something that they do. They've been doing for a very, very long time. But now this year I did, I'll show you. So what I did was if you can see, the lighting's not that great. There we go. So I engraved the name of the show, the year. They're called the Blue Machine. And then on the other side, for most of them anyway, I did a silhouette of the kids themselves. And then I did a set for a local soccer team. Someone reached out to me. They saw my Facebook ad. And so I did their soccer team. Had all the kids' names, their number, and then on the back side, I engraved their team logo. And I think I charged $2.50 per dog tag, or $3 per dog tag, something like that. I can't remember. But so things like that, just little things like that you can think of to do. It's pretty easy to do. But I would definitely recommend upgrading that diode to at least a 10 watt. Now, technically a diode can't go any higher than 10 watt. You'll see some that are advertised as 15, 20, some ridiculous numbers. Most of the time what those are overclocked diodes or over voltage diodes. They're not going to last very long. What you need to find, if you want to go any higher than that, is another thing that some companies have done is taken multiple 10 watt diodes or 7.5 watt diodes, and they focus two beams through one lens to effectively double the strength of the laser beam. Those get pretty expensive though. You're talking a couple $100 for a module, but it may pay for itself. With your 2.5 watt, you might be able to do something like the dog tags or the business cards or whatever. I recommend just go on Amazon, find some aluminum anodized blanks, find the lowest quantity you can find, buy some. You're looking at so for the business cards, it was what, $25, $27, something like that for 300 of them. You can usually get a lower quantity, say for $10. The dog tags, you can get a multicolored. a multicolored pack of say 100 of them that's got 8 different colors or 10 different colors or whatever. But sometimes you can find smaller quantities. Just play around with it. See if you can even get it to make a mark. If not, you'd have to upgrade your diode. But that may be an investment it's worth making before you jump to something like a CO2. Absolutely. So I'll show you. Let me go to Facebook Marketplace real quick. I'll show you exactly what to look for. Um, Marketplace. So if you just type in laser, I'm near Hampton Roads, right? So 10-watt X tool, no, fuck that. You want 50-watt. Otor is a pretty good brand. Um, it's not bad. But what I would look for is Omtech if you can find it. Glowforge is okay, but the problem with Glowforge is that I'm pretty sure it needs to be connected to the internet to work. That's why I didn't go with Glowforge. That's the same way I got my first laser, basically. Um, but if you can find, so Omtech, OM Tech laser. There's none local here. Guayki Cloud. Okay, that's another one. This is basically the same thing. That's $3,200. That's crazy. Universal still good? Is Universal still? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, wow. I'm trying to find. So they have. I can just go to their website too. I'll show you what to look for. Again, Glowforge, they're really expensive, and I'm pretty sure you have to be online to get them to work. Which, I mean, for most people, it's fine. If you have I was having issues with my internet connection when I bought my laser. So I was like, I can't have that. Ooh, an Ender 3 for $100. I might buy that. Let me go to Omtech's website. Tour Omtech. There we go. So, sure, Black Friday mega sale. Free water chiller. Buy a fiber, get light burn for free. Sure. This is what I want right here. A fiber laser, because with that, you can actually do colors on the aluminum. It's pretty awesome. Oh, Universal Laser was the maker of lasers. Okay, I gotcha. Um, so they used to have this desktop one. They were red or blue. Kind of looked like this one over here, but way smaller, right? This is a big ass machine right here. This is 20 centimeters by 28 centimeters, 90 watt with pass through. I mean, that's a big machine right there. $2,500 is a good price though. I paid more than that for this one, which is smaller. Um, let's see here. Pronto Series MOPA flash sale. Let's look at the flash sale. A welding machine, sure. Man, I want a fiber laser so bad. $4,000, $8,000. Man, that's crazy. Fiber and diode, a little of both. The Prontos, man, those are awesome machines. I just don't have $7,000. Here we go. So the Polar, that's what I have right now is a Polar. I don't know if they still do the little ones. Wow, the Polar Light is under $2,000. That's crazy. The K40, this is what you're looking for right here. Okay, the K40, brand new, looking at $600 on Marketplace. You can probably find them for $200 or $300. These are great. So 8-inch by 12-inch working area. It's probably not much different than what you have right now, but it's a 45-watt CO2. These things are great little workhorses. If you can get one that's in a decent shape, that's what you're looking for. Now, they don't look like this. The ones on Facebook Marketplace are old. But the K40s, that's the way to go. Like, that is entry-level CO2. But you'll be able to do so much with it. Yeah, 8-inch by 12-inch. I mean, the K40, it was a little desktop guy. It was... You're not going to be able to mass produce stuff, right? And don't really look at the 8 by 12 as, oh my God, that's so small. Because you can do things like, the business cards or the dog tags or whatever. You can batch them out pretty decently with a 45-watt CO2. Plus, you can cut through wood with it. So you can still do some pretty decent projects. Products. Let's go with the Polar. So this is basically what I have. Oh, let's go view all. I don't know what else I have now. So I have the Polar. Well, that's the Polar Plus. It's sold out, really. Damn. With 2 rotaries. Huh. Interesting. And mine's only a 50 watt. This is a 55 watt. That's a pretty good price because I paid about almost $4,000 for mine. I like Omtech. Now, there's another company called, I think it's One Laser. Let's see if I can find them. It's basically the same machine, but the support on it is a lot better. Omtech has had some issues as of late. So they're X series. That's a desktop. That's basically the same thing. Ooh, man, look at that. $4,000. That's crazy. Well, that's RF. um, hmm. Yeah, that radio frequency one. So I don't know what else they have. Hydra. 100 watt. $9,000. Damn, that's crazy. But it's a dual laser too. But these guys here, they're putting out a pretty good machine. It's just crazy expensive. Now, over time, it might go down as they get more sales, but I like OM-Tech still. They've had their issues, but I like them. So anyway, some things to look at. I would look for a K40. Um, Actually, let me go back to the Facebook. Um, I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to come up with anything. Ooh, Ender 3 for $75. Someone at work was looking for one of these. Yeah. Huh? Oh, a fry. Thank you. Oh, wicked hot. You put cheese on it? No, okay. Thank you. Anyway. Um, used to make rubber stamps with a laser. Ever try? I haven't tried doing rubber stamps. Um, I know a lot of people. I have a CNC as well, which is this mess over here. Yep, I haven't used my CNC in a long time. Um, I know a lot of guys that do rubber stamps with CNC, but not something I've tried. I wouldn't mind trying it. I can give it a shot. But yeah, check it out. Consider it if you're looking to upgrade. And then if you do get in OnTech and you need help with it, let me know. I'll help you out as much as I can. I'm not an expert by any means, but I've been messing around with mine for a year and a half now, and I know it pretty well. Cool. All right, I think that's going to be the end for tonight. My wife is begging me to come to bed. I saved that, right? Now I can close that. I just got to wait for this laser to finish up so I can flip everything over and then start the other side. So, yeah, no problem, man. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe, like, whatever. Shoot me a message sometime. Um, Come back. I'm usually Wednesdays and Saturdays are the days that I usually do lives. Um, and sometimes I'm playing with the laser, sometimes I'm doing whatever, doing stuff. But yeah, appreciate you coming by. And yeah, if you do upgrade the laser, or even if you have questions about your diode, I probably could help you out with that if you need a little help with that. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, man. I appreciate you stopping by and chiming in tonight. Hopefully, I was able to help you, and hopefully you get something out of it. So I'm going to call it quits for tonight. It's been 2 hours, and I got to go to bed. So as always, as I like to say, go make something.